Dentistry is tough. Let's not sugarcoat it. A lot of dentists are quietly drowning right now. Burned out, buried in student loans, staring at debt that feels like it'll never go away. Running on a hamster wheel of high overhead, long hours, and the constant pressure of production goals. Dealing with insolent staff and the bi-weekly stress of making payroll on time. I know, I've been there. And here's the scary part. Some start to ask themselves, did I make the wrong career choice being a dentist? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. When I talk to dentists across the country, I hear the same story again and again. I can't get ahead because the overhead in my practice is insane. I'm producing more than ever, but I barely have anything to show for it. I'm exhausted, I'm burned out, and I have to keep going with no end in sight. It's brutal. I mean, it really can be. Dentistry is one of the most respected professions, but only other dentists would understand the truth, right? The truth is that it can eat you alive if you let it. Not just financially, but mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I know I've been there myself. Early in my career as associate endodontist, I was working 6 days a week, 45 plus hours, constantly chasing production goals and feeling like I was sprinting on a treadmill that never slowed down. And I gotta tell you guys, it's exhausting. Here's what changed things for me and what has to change for you. You need to know your numbers, bottom line. I'm talking about your overhead, your production, your expenses, your production per hour, KPIs, right? Key performance indices, and what's actually profitable in your practice. Because remember, what gets measured gets done. Everything else is just wishful thinking. And here is the shocking part. When I talk to dentists, so many of them have no idea what their overhead actually is. They don't know how much they really keep per hour worked. They just keep working harder, hoping it'll solve the problem. But working harder isn't the solution. Working smarter is. Now, this needs to be cleaned up, obviously, right? Getting the practice in financial order. And let's assume that that happens, right? But that leads me to the most important point that I want you to hear today. It is very risky to rely only on the chair for income. Dentistry should fund your freedom, not trap you. Yes, you need to run a profitable practice, but the real key is what you do with that income. As Warren Buffett said, it's not about how much you make, or it might have been Charlie Munger. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. And the second part of it is, and how hard that money that you keep works for you. I'll say it again. It is not about how much you make, it is about how much you keep and how hard the money that you keep works for you. You have to put it to work outside of dentistry. For me, that's been in real estate, private equity, oil and gas investments, assets that create real cash flow and tangible tax advantages so that I'm not chained to my dental chair and microscope. Because the day will come when your back aches, when your hands shake, or you just want to spend some more time with your kids. And if your entire livelihood depends on you being in that operatory, you're in big trouble. And there's one more thing we can't ignore, your mind. Protecting your mental health is even more important than protecting your hands. Therapy, exercise, faith, community, whatever keeps you grounded, make it non-negotiable, because dentistry will drain you if you let it. And no amount of money is worth losing yourself in the process. I cannot stress this enough, doctors. Take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will. Your mental and your physical health matters, and it too often goes unchecked. So here's the bottom line. Know your numbers, build wealth outside the chair, and protect your mind. Dentistry is a gift, but only if you use it as a tool to, number one, serve your patients, but number two, to create freedom, not a prison that consumes you. And if you're a dentist who wants to actually learn how to build those streams of passive income and create freedom outside the chair, join me in my community, the Financial Freedom for Dentists. The link's below in the description. Don't let dentistry eat you alive. Make it fun, the life you actually want. All right, guys, click on the next video and I'll see you over there.